Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, thanks a lot, Paul, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Rich Walsh, we're taking your phone calls tonight. 412-575-2600 is the number on the Borders and Borders hotline. You can tweet me at Richie Walsh if you have any questions that I can read over the air. And we're talking about Pitt football and the Steelers. Those are the two hot topics right now. The Pirates also have a chance to win their final series at home tomorrow, the final series of the season. The Pirates beating the Brewers tonight. Trevor Williams, he's been the best pitcher in baseball the second half of the season. Just imagine if he did that the first half of the season. Imagine if he got some hitting at times in the middle part of the second half of the season. The Pirates would be in a different position. But right now they won 78 games, or 78, 75. I had them at 82 at the beginning of the year, so they're right around 500. I think they can get to 80, 82 wins. Potentially can win this series against the Brewers and Cubs next to series the Pirates have. Brewers one more game, and then the Cubs, and then finish it out with the Reds. But the Pirates in position to finish 500. Is that good enough? Is that good enough for you? I think it would have been, if you had told me at the beginning of the year with the low expectations that they were going to finish 82 and 80. They might not play that final game because they probably won't be in contention. But if they finished with 82 wins or 81 wins or 80 wins, is that good enough for you? Was that good enough? You know, I don't know if it's good enough. Maybe that's the wrong way to phrase it. But maybe if I were to said your expectations were a little lower, so it would have been surprised and you'd have been happier, and maybe now you're more optimistic about next year. I'm optimistic about next year. I think not as much as I was about a few weeks ago before Gregory Polanco got hurt and could miss 7 to 9 months and miss potentially the start of next season. So they're going to have to find a right fielder and figure out what they're going to do. But I like their pitching staff. I really do, and I think that can win games. They do have guys that could potentially hit. If you don't have Gregory Polanco for the first 2 months, you got to get a guy out there. Maybe move Josh Bell back to right field. That's where he played. Francisco Cervelli can play first base. Jung Ho Gung, you got to pick up his option. Potentially he can play first base. Colin Moran, you got some options there. And then you have Diaz Ketchen, Jose Osuna. You got some options in-house to do it. And potentially if you go out and get another outfielder, you need another outfielder. Maybe Reynolds or Martin might be ready, but I don't think you can go into the beginning of the season with a guy like that. They need to go out and sign a free agent. There's no question. It was interesting. I was watching the game tonight, and we saw the sign in the background. Buy your 2019 season tickets now. I know they're trying to promote that, and I'm wondering if this year they're down significantly in attendance, and I wonder if that'll continue to next year. I wonder if the people that bought season tickets this year were on the fence, and then next year that they won't buy it. I think they might judge the Pirates on what they do this offseason, and then maybe buy season tickets. So I think the Pirates are in a situation where they have to feel pressure to do something this offseason for next year, if not only to just appease the fans, but also to make them better and contend with these teams that are in the Central Division. I mean, look at the Cubs. They're not getting any worse. The Brewers, they're definitely not getting any worse. The Cardinals are still ahead of you, and it was a down year. Right now, the only team that you're better than, barely better than, are the Cincinnati Reds. So now you got to get better to beat those teams that are in your division first before you want to beat anyone else. So I think that's the position they're in. Okay, enough about my Pirates. How about the Pitt Panthers today? The second half of games this year, they have been outscored 73-10. 73-10 in the second half. They just imagine if they could play just the first half of games and say, we don't have to play the second half. That doesn't happen, but they potentially could be 4-0 if they didn't go for that fourth down and run a play that Penn State knew was happening. They potentially could have had a lead in the Penn State game at the halftime. That's kind of where their season unraveled. I mean, but I don't know what is going on over there, but it's just absolutely embarrassing, that they can't put a second half together. And I want to go over some stats that I was looking up earlier today with the help of Jared and my producer for the day. We were looking up some stats comparing Penn State, Pitt, and West Virginia in the last 20 to 40 years. It's unbelievable how much better Penn State and West Virginia consistently are better than Pitt. If you look at the last 40 years, and this is the last 40 years, rankings in the top 25, just being ranked at one point in the season, Penn State has been ranked 33 out of the last 40 years in the AP top 25. West Virginia, 30 of the last 40 years. And this is where the big drop-off is. Take a guess. If you're sitting at home, just guess how many times Pitt was ranked in the top 25 in the last 40 years. You probably 20 times. 20 times. 20 of the last 40 years. So you can see where those programs are. You look at the last 20 years. That's kind of where we started looking. And, you know, Penn State, I think Pitt was ranked 9 times in the last 20 years in the top 25. And then if you look at how they finished in the top 25, it's only been 3 times. You look at Penn State and West Virginia, they were consistently in the top 25 all but maybe 3 years, the last 20 years. So whose program's better? And what is the problem? Is it coaching? You can maybe blame coaching. I blame administration a little bit. You know, Pitt went through a ton of ADs who wanted their own coaches, and then they went through different coaches. But why is West Virginia so much better than Pitt over the last few years? That's the one thing that I haven't been able to figure out. Why? Why is West Virginia such a superior program in football and basketball than Pitt has been over the last 20 years? I understand Penn State because it's a national program, and they do get better recruits. There's no denying that. But comparing Pitt to West Virginia, that's where I was going with this. So if you want to talk about that, or if you want to talk about the debacle in North Carolina, 0-6 now since joining the ACC, and you know, maybe. Do you think Pat Narduzzi's seat is getting a little warm? I don't think so. I think you got to give him this year at least, and then you see where you go from here. I had him at 7-5. They still can finish 7-5. But today was a disappointing day for the Panthers if they wanted to win the Coastal Division, because you lose to a team that you're not supposed to lose to. Another underachievement for the Panthers. They always lose a game they're supposed to win, and they do it yet again this year. All right, 412-575-2600 on the Bordas and Bordas hotline. Back in a couple minutes.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, putting new roofs on Pittsburgh homes for over 25 years. Call Ireland Contracting at 1-800-NEW-ROOF.